Welcome back. Let's commence, shall we? Okay. Sweet. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Ow. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Come on. Yeah. Sweet. Do 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 do. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Ba ba da ba 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 ba. Ah shit! I screwed up my combo. Oh well. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ah, fuck. Screwed up my combo. Looks good. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh lord. There we go. You know what? I'm going to move blood pass through this. Probably. I kind of like the glide mechanic thing. Or zip line. There we go, zip line. Okay. Oh fuck. I probably would say this is this guy's first time tanking, pretty sure. Now this song is banger. Oh god, come on. Pepsi Man. And I got a scouting thing, which I didn't need. Oh well. Valkyrie's coat of scouting. Let's see. Ooh, I do need to repair, it looks like. Let's see. Where's it? Try on. Huh? Not bad, not bad. I would say that's a keeper.
Thank the gods! What happened? So they were unable to see the ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught. But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the Primal without us.
You!
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us a long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
No, no. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. 'Twas they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
Do mine ears deceive? A boy! So that's the way of it. Twins! You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
Enough, Jarumal. We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we? You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Ascians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Ascians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void. Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? No, it matters not. Such Wanton destruction is beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice, the loss, it ends here. Ba, 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 ba. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can apprise Lord Admont of our success, and we, the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment for yourself if you wish. I will be at the congregation. You mean our sister? Oh, wait. Nope. I think, let's see, I think this was the first time I paid attention in the main scenario quests, if my memory serves me right. Yeah, I was like fascinated with the Warriors of Darkness. Oh wait, where am I going? I am truly confused at the moment. There we go. But at last, I know what happens, and that will be in the near future. Boom. Yes. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, da, da. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, bum. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Akira. What news of FFXIV? Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Yustola has been tending to Mistress Alize in your absence, and I am pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. I know I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry. Her condition is much improved. She is the resilient one, much like her brother.
Alize, how are you feeling?
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Zelfatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first, but it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alice and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Zelfatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father. However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alice, you... You are more than welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
do. Oops. Would I be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since one of the memorial services, was it? By the 12th. It seems a long time ago. I should like to think we have both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Right, then, shall we be off? Tataru never ceases to impress, though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12 she did not. Mother and father were rather too fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember that time at the stadium when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, she was not my... Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light?" So be it another time, perhaps. It is another, Akira. I realize we are barely acquainted, but having heard so much of you, it hardly feels that way. Pleasure to have you with us. I've been meaning to ask you about the carriage. Yes, the carriage that is so fortuitous arrived to spirit us away from Ulda after the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Ulda. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass blades are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brennan managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say that you seem different, more resolute than when last we met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of yours here. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I have no delusions of grandeur, nor will I pretend to have found myself or any such thing. I am here today because I would regret it if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let us depart for the waking sense, then, and see if Uranche can be of assistance. So, unfortunately, when that's it. Unfortunately, I didn't do the Binding Coil of Bahamut storyline because it would have introduced me us to Alize, but right now with my eye level and my level, and currently I don't know if a lot of people are doing the raids, but I do intend on doing them in the near future, probably when I'm like max level on a character or something like that, I would probably say. Bum, bum. Uranje, apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino, would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of thy coming, the what bringeth thee and thine here this day. The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, these serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled rigor. We have two objectives at this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. While we were fortunate enough to learn of the Ixal's plan before they came to fruition, I should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Assassins did not have similar designs elsewhere of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither, for this very day did I receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Mirthor. Olgohormoro stirreth, and there are whispers of the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumors, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye, we must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Akira. Thank you for your counsel, Uranje. Pray inform us should you learn aught else. I shall. If I may, brother Uranje, is there anything else you would like to say? Say, if not, then never mind. I only ask because you are normally rather more verbose. Nothing to add. Very well. We depart. I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Ardor had the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds might be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Bring nowhere near as well read as you. I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard tell of a promising tome, the Jurun Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 b Ba, 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 ba. Bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, bum. Seven hells. At this rate, I'll have to appeal to Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. Whatever it is, we don't want any... Well, fancy that. Just when my Cobalt's problems look like coming to a head, the signs of the Seventh Dawn turn up, itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. Alright, that concludes this episode of 14. We shall continue in the next one. Till then, fare thee well.